If ever you were to make me a teacher, I probably, that introduction class we used to have in every subject we used to take, and they just give an intro about what is the origin. They literally give you an history of the subject. Instead, instead of doing that, what you actually could do is that subject matter ultimately show the application of it, like say for example I could take now the subject physics, and what is its introduction? It's literally the four basic forces are there, this is there, that is there. You as a teacher, you never tell me why should I be learning the said concepts, right? And it's up to you to discover the application process of it as a student, and the teacher doesn't explicitly mention it. As a result, if you aren't that much aware, you will miss out on a serious chunk of information which potentially has a future to change the world. Example, take Elon Musk for example. Look at how he is using simple physics to bring all sorts of innovations, all sorts of technologies to this day. And that man single handedly, bro, if in the class you would have told me this is where physics applied, I would have gone home back and researched about, oh, this is the application of physics in real life. And what's the Indian education system is doing is not many people, not many teachers take active interest in having to let the students guide or know about simple things like this simple specific mentioned about where physics can be applied in your class might change the trajectory of the kid who is taking up the physics class. Rather, what you tell, this question is important, this question is a previous NEET repeated questions, previous JEE repeated questions, and this is important. The studying, it's literally so exam oriented that you are supposed to know this question because it has been repeated previously is such a lame and dumb way to go about your studies, because that's only targeting your exams. Okay, now you give the exams. After the exams, now what? All the years that you have spent in learning a particular subject goes to waste because you actually do not know the application part of it. You do not know where it's applied. There was once a time where physics used to be my subject. PCMB was my choice. And now that I myself have started reading about Elon's work and everything that he has been up to latest as of date, robots, domestic robots, that is insane. A self-driving car, a fully automated car, that is insane. And those, you can reach to those levels by getting your physics right. And I never ever have seen physics in that way. I'm mostly blabbering to this extent because I'm frustrated that I am now in MBBS and physics is not my subject anymore, and whatever Elon is up to, it interests me so much and I'd want to learn so much about it. But at the same time, medicine occupies a chunk of my time, and now that I am my cortex has been maturing enough and I am a fully grown adult now, I want to do a gazillion things that are related to finance, because doctors usually don't know their finances. And medicine, obviously, it is on the top of my charts because medicine is medicine, bro. I have, starting this degree, I look forward to commuting my entire life in its services. And the application of medicine is pretty evident, because ever since you were a kid, you would go to a hospital if you fell ill. And me, in my case, I've practically grown up in a hospital. So, medicine, the application part of medicine was pretty evident. And then coming to, I have never seen what engineers are up to, and I am not exposed to that field enough. But now looking at Elon's work, and how engineers brainstorm their ideas and what hackathons are all about. I didn't know what hackathon was until very recently. And like, life becomes like a game, and I try to find problems, the loopholes, looking at my surroundings, and to solve those kind of problems, I need to be equipped with particular set of skills, which given right now, I only know about your cell membrane and its application in syphilis or cholera or those kind of diseases, and why you should be having saturated and shouldn't be having saturated fats and should be having unsaturated fats more. That is what I know as of right now. And I know from the very basic components of the cell to the major diseases that manifest itself. So, manifest itself and could be extremely lethal for your own life. And it's crazy to think about, because I was just watching a lecture how there are so many diseases in application of cell membrane. We have all learned cell membranes in 7th grade biology. You start with cell being the most important component of life, proceed to cell membrane, cell organelles. Bro, nobody, I am so frustrated at the system or at the teachers who ever taught me. And this, I would, this is one thing that I would change. I would expose the upcoming generation students, if I ever were to become a teacher, that I will tell them first and foremost of the latest advances of whatever the subject matter is, and how it boils down to your very basics that you are going to be studying in the next 1 year under me, under my classes. That is what I'll be telling them. And yeah, I am basically awestruck of the new technologies Elon is bringing, and that is literally what I've been binging for the past day. And what is the point of this video? Is for me to not forget that if I ever were to be a teacher, I would bring this change, or maybe any problem it might solve in the future. Yeah, I'm just, it's interesting how somebody has even figured out this before me and has applied this, but I am just an young adult just coming in face with life and trying to figure shit that is new to me. And this couldn't be like a latest concept nobody has ever known of, but here we are. I will read more about it though. And I have actually, but the codes that we write, and ethical hacking is also another field that interests me a lot. I was supposed to question this when I was choosing a career, but during that time, I was very, 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 very dumb kid who did not know what's up and who did not know what the trajectory and how I should be spending the rest of my life in pursuit of. So it's just me unlearning every single thing that I've learned till date and taking a charge of learning on my own hands and putting my head down, discovering the best resources out there and learning from them rather than the real life teachers, uninterested teachers who are just there to earn a living. It's not their fault, also. You obviously need the money. But yeah.